What's up YouTube, it's your boy Graxy TV coming at you with another video for Hero Siege 2. Today we're going to be checking out my poison necro that I made on the live servers. I've been theorizing this build for the last couple of days as there's an item that synergizes very well with this build that I wasn't able to get my hands on. Finally we did get that item and I went ahead and made the build and I love it. So we're going to get into all the skills, gear, and hero levels that make this build work. Let's get into it. First things first, I do want to go through a live demo of the build to see if this is something that you might even be interested in making to begin with. For the most part, all we're going to do is just teleport around and hit our right click, poison everything, and watch it go boom. All the enemies are dead. I killed everything like a mile away. I actually chained so hard with my poison procs that it killed a good majority of the map already. You can see it's still procking there on the other side of the map. I love that so much. The giant explosion. Boom. Alright, so here's what our skill tree looks like. We went ahead and maxed Poison Nova. This is the main skill that we're using for our damage, as well as our synergies. So we have Poison Breath as a synergy, Cursed Ground as a synergy, and Amplified Damage as a synergy. Maxed all of those out. I did take summons over here just to show you that you can technically spawn summons if you'd like to have meat shields. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the meat shields. I don't think that they're really necessary. I have a ton of physical damage reduction. I have a ton of sustain, and we'll talk about that in the gearing. This is up to you if you would like to do this. And then the remaining points you're going to put in 1 point for meat bomb so that you can spawn corpses in town if you would like to get up your summons. And then meat shield is extremely important as it gives you a ton of physical damage reduction. Last but not least, do not forget about your specialty. Your specialty is super important. As far as our attributes go, I did put enough into vitality to hit around 2,000 life. The rest of that we did put into intelligence. I currently only have 51 hero levels. Grab this magic skill damage and intelligence here. Grab your first glyph. This glyph of corrosion is a ton of damage. From there, we do path up to grab this mythic node here for mana per second. Work our way in grabbing our second glyph. We did take Spell Slinger here. This just gives us some faster cast rate and magic skill damage. We do want to take the mythic node for the 20% faster cast rate. Next we have this mythic node that gives us 20 mana per kill. This is massive for our sustain. And then we have our last glyph, which is Mixture, which makes our poison skills create a field of venom underneath poison enemies for a portion of the damage dealt, and it helps us break poison resistance, which is super important. Currently our character, we have 81% ignore poison resistance. This is not including the glyph. So once I have that glyph leveled up a little bit and some points around it, we will have 100% ignore poison resistance. Looking at some of our gear, we do have a Serpent's Tooth, the best that I could find at the time. This isn't super important to get perfect, but the extra damage to poison monsters and the plus skills is probably the most important stats on this item. We did put in there as we are lacking in resistances. A lot of our gear doesn't have a ton of resistances. Once we get our Triforce up to level 10, I'll be able to drop a rune out of this and put in either magic skill damage, or I do need to put an angelic gem in here for the other +1 skill. Side of the gods, this is what gives us teleport. +3 skills, magic skill damage, really good helmet. It's best in slot for most casters that do not have a built-in teleport skill. Amulet of the Colosseum, this comes from the Rakulas. I'm missing a skill here, as well as I'm missing the angelic gem for a +1. So again, another opportunity for more damage. Bubonic Plagues Pledge, this rune word is a broken. Good luck on your rolls. You want to get that extra damage to poison monsters as high as you can get it with the +2 to all skills. Next we do have a Gem King's Guard. This is going to give us a +6 to all of our poison skills. Extra damage to poison monsters. Poison skill damage increased by 60%. Poison skill damage by 3,072. That's basically flat spell damage for spells. And then it's going to reduce the amount of time that we're poisoned by 48%, which is, we are rocking some Demon Fire accelerators as they do work with Poison Nova. Here's what Poison Nova looks like without the Demon Fires, and here's what it looks like with it. Much faster. Getting that projectile speed on a 3 is probably the most important part of this. Don't worry about the poison damage increased by 40%. I got super lucky, guys, on this. I got really lucky on these gloves. Don't worry about getting this. Just get something that has 2-3 on it, you're fine. We do have 2 St. Aaron's. Those are going to give us +3 skills, magic skill damage, and a bunch of magic find. I did self-farm these, so you got this. Next, we have our Sash of Eternal Hatred. I kind of sniped this one, guys. It's got +3 poison skills. It's got poison skill damage. It decreases our mana cost by 7%. It's got vitality, which is really nice. I'm a sniper. Lastly, we do have our Marchers of Hatred. These roll with +3 skills. I found a pair that have poison skill damage and life per kill. The life per kill on this build feels so damn good. You suck life like crazy because you're always killing. For right now, our relics are a lost wand, a magic mushroom, token of luck, and a triforce. We do need to get these to level 10. I'm probably going to drop the token of luck for the Bible, or I'll drop magic mushroom for Bible. I'm not really sure. Either way, you do want to get Bible in here, as well as if you want to fit in Holy Grail for some healing, that's an option too. For charms, we have Apple of Evolution, Shrunken Head, here's our Rotten Pumpkin, Witch's Claw, Twitch of Shadows, Annihilator, and Fulgurite. Last but not least is our Loaded Dice, and this is what actually makes this entire build function, is a Toxic Remains Loaded Dice. If you don't know, in Season 3 they changed Toxic Remains. It's actually an Amazon skill. And the Amazon skill makes it so that whenever you kill enemies, they create a poison cloud underneath them on death. Well, there's also an augment for this skill, and that skill changes it from a poison cloud to a poison nova per kill. So what we did is we added in the loaded dice to give us the O skill, because our character needs to gain the skill somehow, and this is how we do it. And then we put the augment on our chest. So now every time we kill enemies, that's how we're getting that pop of explosive poison projectiles going everywhere. Now, if you don't have a loaded dice with Toxic Remains, your other option is a Giant Lizard's Thorn Skin. These roll with random skills on them. You could find one that has Toxic Remains on it, and you could throw the augment on that. I would just put a level 1 augment on it to try to make it easy. Our potions are just a Wizard Potions for faster cast rate. We have a Witch's Potion. This gives us full life and mana if we get low. An empty bottle of vodka for additional skills, and a ghostly potion for enhanced magic skill damage. That's going to be it for the Poison Necro in Season 3 of Hero Siege 2. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Come check me out at twitch.tv/Graxy_TV. We are going to be playing more Hero Siege 2 and making some wonky builds there. So if you have any suggestions on maybe the next build that you would like to see, or just an idea that maybe you have for a build, be sure to leave that in the comments. Until next